welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing this look right here on my eyes using the NARS Charlotte Gainsbourg Old Church Street duo that I talked about in my May favorites. This is the only two eyeshadows that I used to create this look, and I absolutely love it. There are other ways that you can use this palette. By all means, there are many ways. Another one I'll talk about real quick is to put the blue all over your lid and then top it with this shimmer. Oh, beautiful. So beautiful. Let me swatch them really quick, even though you will see them in action. Keep in mind, these are one swatch. This is how pigmented that blue color is. That blue color right there is everything, and that is such a beautiful rose champagne shimmer color. It's so pretty. So if you want to see, I try to make this pretty quick. If you want to see how I did this look with this palette, then just keep on watching. So this is going to be a pretty simple eye look. This is the one that I've been wearing the most. It's one that I feel comfortable with during the day. And I just think anybody, honestly, anybody, any eye color will look good in this. So I am going to take a little bit of a base coat, and I'm using the Eyes to Mesmerize in Jean. Y'all know how much I love these cream shadows. The only thing is that I'm going to make sure I only concentrate it. You can hear the rain. It is pouring here right now. I'm going to only concentrate it in the inner half of my lid. And it's okay if it goes up into the crease a little bit. So I'm not taking it all the way out there because that's where we're going to put the blue. And there's just no point in trying to put a matte shadow on top of a cream shimmer base like this. It's not going to perform as well. So we just don't want to take it all the way over there. Now I'm going to go in with the shimmer color right here, and I'm going to place it on top of that cream shadow in the same area. I'm not going to go all the way to the outer corner. This is something I am going to have to touch up. You could automatically go into the matte blue shade and then come back and do it, but I prefer to do this in a couple of different layers to get the most pigment out of it. So I'm just laying that on top of the cream shade. You could wet the brush if you wanted to. I prefer not to do that because I don't want to mess up the actual shadow in the pan. But I am just going to go back with my finger and go over it. Put a little bit more pigment down. I feel like sometimes that's just as good as wetting your brush. Now, the real star of the show is this blue shadow right here. Oh, so pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with a smaller flat brush. And I'm going to use the Sigma E54. So you can see it's just small and it's flat. It's not going to deposit too much color where I don't want it. And I'm going to pick up the color on the brush, and then I'm going to go right here on the outer corner and just tap it on. Right now I just want to place the pigment. I'm not too worried about blending it out. But look at how pigmented that one color is. I mean, that was just one swipe in the pan. I'm just, love everything about this. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of a smaller crease brush. This is a 231 Luxe Petite Crease. And I'm going to pull that color up into my crease just a little bit. So that's why I like to use this small one. And I'm just going to go right here on the edge and just kind of pull it just a little bit into the crease. And I'm also going to take that brush just to kind of blend out the color on the lid. Now we are going to go back and put some more color in, but right now that's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to take a Duo Fiber brush. This is from Real Techniques, and it has no product on it, but I'm just blending out these edges. These seem like a lot of brushes, and you don't have to use this many brushes. This is just what I choose to do when working with a color like this. And really it ends up being the same amount of time because I'm only using two colors as if I'm going in with like a dramatic 4 or 5 color look. So this is the Sephora Pro Shader number 18 brush, and you can see it's really small. And I'm just using this to build up the blue right there on the edge of the eye. I don't want it to go into the crease anymore. I just want to build up that color right on the edge. And so using one like this helps to do that. Go back in with the Duo Fiber. You can see there's some fallout. I would not do this look if you've done your face first. I just think it's a lot easier to not be as precise with it. Now, I'm going to take the bronzer that I'm using today. It's actually the mirror I'm using also. It's the Tom Ford Ultimate Bronzer. This is not another shadow, so you're not having to get anything out other than this for your shadows. You already have your bronzer out for the day anyways. So I'm going to take a little bit of that product, and I'm using that in the crease to blend everything out and make it a little bit more cohesive. And because it's the color you're using on your face, it's going to be cohesive anyways with the rest of your look. I'm going to go back in with the shimmer shade on my finger and pop up any pigment that may have gotten taken away. I'm going to clean up under my eye, and I'm going to fix that really straight line when I do my under eye. And I'm going to add just a little bit more of the blue, the very outer corner. Now for the under eyes, I'm going to take that same small Sephora 18 shader brush and put a little bit of the blue on there. First thing I'm going to do is make sure that this corner is connected and a little bit smoked out. And then I'm just going to pull the blue in. I've already done my waterline, so I'm going to kind of mesh it with that. The difference is I'm not going all the way in. That's about as far as I'm going to go with the blue, because I'm going to take the shimmer into the other half. So on this side, same thing. I want to make sure I attach the top, smudge out the liner in my waterline, and come about halfway in. Now I'm going to take a Delium Tools 780 brush. It's a pencil brush. It's very dense. And I'm going to pick up that shimmer color, and I'm going to run it on the lower lash line to meet up with that blue. I'm going to blend it in with the blue. Like I'm going to use the same pencil brush to blend that in. And then finally, I'm going to put some in the inner corner. I'm going to take this petite crease brush that we used earlier, pick up a little bit of the bronzer, and smudge that blue out just a little bit because I want a full smoky effect. I don't want any harsh straight lines. And again, see how it's connecting over on the side with the top? You want it to connect like that, or else you're gonna have this huge gap. I've talked about it plenty of times before, and you'll know it's like one of my biggest pet peeves. Now at this point, you may wanna go back in with the liner that you used for your waterline and reapply. Really, this liner is so good. It's the Makeup Forever Aqua XL. It didn't really go anywhere, but I just wanted to reapply it a little. So this is the finished look. I adore everything about this palette. Like, honestly, for most of y'all, this is probably gonna be like a going out look. For me, I mean, I'm going to Walmart in a minute, so. But, you know, that's just the way I do it. But honestly, both of these colors are so gorgeous that it's worth getting the palette, in my opinion, for just that shimmer shade. And also, if you don't want to go this bold and smoky, to maybe just line the bottom lash line with the blue color, use it as a liner on top. It really is one of the best blue shadows that I've ever worked with. So I highly, highly recommend this palette. So hopefully you enjoyed this short video on how I got this look. I will leave everything that I used on my face down below, as I always do. And if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them down in the comment section. Subscribe and like if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on any future videos. And as always, I hope y'all all have a very blessed day.